Well, Nick obviously had unique traits as a quarterback.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the offense, you're going to try to change it a little bit with Jeremy's strengths and what you're looking at this year?
You know, obviously that question gets asked quite a bit. Nick was special in his own right, and he did a lot of great things for us. And we tried to play to his strengths. We'll do the same thing with Jeremy. You know, our offense won't change at the core and the foundation of what it is, and our style won't change. That's always going to remain the same. But we've had all kinds of different styles of quarterbacks, and I think part of good coaching is playing to the strengths of your players and what they do best. And, you know, fortunately for us, we know Jeremy pretty well. You know, while it's just now he's becoming the starter, we've had him for 2 years, he's played in games, so we've got more information than we have, say, had in the past on guys when they were first starting. So we'll do our best to build it around his strengths, and not only his strengths, the strengths of our team. You know, we lost 8 starters, so we got some talented guys, but we don't have as much experience. So, you know, it'll be a little bit of a work in progress early in the year, but there'll probably be some things that look a lot alike what you've seen, and probably some things that look different.
Do you think the ratio of run pass is going to change any with Jeremy at quarterback?
You know, it could. That gets a lot of attention because 2 years ago it was pretty extreme. The first year we were here, and you know, one of the things I've learned from Coach Malzahn, you know, I think he's not only the best head coach in the country, the best offensive mind, and I think it goes back to his high school roots, is you take what you have and you play to the strengths of those players, and you do what gives you the best chance to win. And that's what we did in 2013. And we ran the ball 74% of the time, and everybody makes a big deal about that. And it carried over into last year where we were pretty balanced last year. You know, we almost threw for around 3,000 yards. In the regular season, we led the SEC in rushing again. We were #1 in the SEC in pass efficiency. And that was more what we were trying to go to. And that was with Sammy and Duke both missing a couple games here or there and not being healthy most of the year. So we always crave balance. It doesn't really matter who the guy is. We think in our league you got to be able to run the football, and obviously you got to be able to throw it. Obviously Jeremy has some strengths that we'll try to utilize, and we feel like we have some guys around him that can help do that. So how the ratio fits, can't give you a number. I don't want to give you a number and get locked into that, but whatever it takes to win. But you know, there's obviously potential for balance.
Rhett, last year before the season began, Damian told me that the hardest position, the toughest position to change to replace would be Jay Prosh. Okay, on offense.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody this year that can do the things that he did to make your running game?
Damian was right, because Jay was I think you saw it last year, just in some areas, and maybe the average eye didn't see it, but we missed Jay. We do have 2 young players that we think are going to be really, really good at that position, and much more like Jay was. Cameron Petway redshirted as a running back out of Prattville. We moved into that kind of H-back role. He had a great spring. He's a big, physical, athletic guy. We think he'll do really well. And then Chandler Cox came at semester out of a pop in Orlando. He's going to be a true freshman, but he's got 15 spring ball practices under his belt. And those 2 guys, I think, while they haven't played a game, so the experience factor would be determined how quick they adjust. Those are 2 guys that, at least for what we look for at that position, they fit it from a size standpoint, from an athletic ability standpoint, from a physicality standpoint. So we're really excited about those 2 guys for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.